Can spraying WD-40 on your car battery terminals actually prevent corrosion and extend battery life so much that you'll never need to buy a replacement? Or is this just another viral clickbait claim that doesn't hold up to reality? After over 20 years diagnosing electrical problems, replacing thousands of batteries, and testing various maintenance methods, I need to address this WD-40 battery hack that's all over the internet. Today, I'm showing you exactly what WD-40 does and doesn't do for your battery, what actually causes battery failure, whether terminal corrosion matters as much as people think, and what maintenance actually extends battery life versus what's just wishful thinking. Let's separate fact from fiction. First, let's be absolutely clear about what this claim is suggesting. The viral videos and posts claim that spraying WD-40 on battery terminals prevents corrosion, improves electrical connection, and somehow extends battery life indefinitely so you never need to replace the battery. Some versions claim WD-40 cleans existing corrosion, others claim it prevents future corrosion. And the most extreme versions claim it actually revives dying batteries or extends their lifespan by years. Here's the truth. WD-40 can help prevent terminal corrosion. That part is accurate. WD-40 is a water displacement product. That's literally what the WD stands for, Water Displacement Formula 40. It creates a moisture barrier that prevents water and humidity from reaching the metal terminal connections. Since corrosion is caused by moisture combining with battery acid vapor and metal to create copper sulfate or lead sulfate deposits, keeping moisture away does reduce corrosion buildup. But here's what WD-40 does not do. It does not extend battery life. It does not prevent internal battery degradation. It does not revive a failing battery degradation. And it absolutely does not mean you'll never need to buy a new battery again. Battery lifespan is determined by internal chemistry, the condition of the lead plates, the electrolyte, the separators, and the chemical reactions happening inside the battery. Terminal corrosion is a separate issue that affects electrical connection but has minimal impact on how long the battery itself lasts. Let me explain what actually kills batteries, because this is critical to understanding why WD-40 isn't a magic solution. Batteries fail for several reasons. Sulfation occurs when lead sulfate crystals build up on the battery plates over time, reducing capacity and cranking power. This happens naturally with every charge and discharge cycle, and it accelerates if the battery sits discharged or is repeatedly partially discharged without full recharging. Heat exposure degrades the internal components. The hotter the climate, the shorter the battery life. A battery in Arizona might last 3 years, while the same battery in Montana lasts 6. Deep discharges damage the plates. If you drain the battery completely by leaving lights on, the plates can warp or shed material. And simply age. Batteries have a finite chemical lifespan of roughly 4 to 7 years, depending on quality and conditions. None of these failure modes are prevented by spraying WD-40 on the terminals. WD-40 doesn't stop sulfation inside the battery. It doesn't protect against heat damage, it doesn't prevent deep discharge damage, and it doesn't reverse chemical aging. So the claim that you'll never need to buy a new battery is false. Your battery will eventually fail from internal degradation, regardless of how clean and corrosion-free the terminals are. Now, let's talk about what terminal corrosion actually does and whether preventing it matters. Terminal corrosion creates resistance in the electrical connection between the battery post and the cable clamp. That resistance can cause several problems. It can prevent the starter from getting adequate current, making the engine crank slowly or not at all. It can prevent the alternator from properly charging the battery, leading to chronic undercharging and premature battery failure. and it can cause voltage drop that affects sensitive electronics. So yes, preventing terminal corrosion is beneficial for maintaining good electrical connections. But here's the key point. Terminal corrosion is a symptom of other issues, not usually the root cause of battery failure. If your battery terminals are constantly corroding, it often means the battery is overcharging due to a failing voltage regulator, or it's venting excessive hydrogen gas due to internal problems, or the terminals aren't properly tightened and moisture is getting into the connection. Spraying WD-40 on corroded terminals is treating a symptom without addressing the root cause. A healthy battery with a properly functioning charging system and tight terminal connections shouldn't have severe corrosion in the first place. Here's what I actually recommend for battery terminal maintenance, and it's not WD-40 as a primary solution. First, keep terminals clean. If you have existing corrosion, remove the cables and clean the terminals and cable clamps with a wire brush and a baking soda and water solution. Baking soda neutralizes the acid that causes corrosion. Scrub until the metal is shiny and clean. Rinse with water and dry thoroughly. Second, reconnect the cables and tighten them properly. Loose connections allow moisture intrusion and create resistance that generates heat, which accelerates corrosion. Terminals should be tight enough that you can't twist the clamp by hand. Third, after the connection is clean and tight, apply a corrosion inhibitor. This is where products specifically designed for this purpose work better than WD-40. Battery terminal protectant sprays or dielectric grease create a moisture barrier specifically formulated for electrical connections. They don't attract dust and dirt the way WD-40 can, and they're designed to withstand the heat and chemical environment around a battery. Can you use WD-40? Yes, it will provide some corrosion protection, but it's not the optimal product for the job. WD-40 can attract dirt and dust because it remains slightly tacky. It can break down over time in the heat of the engine bay. And it's not specifically formulated for electrical connections the way battery terminal protectants are. Now let's address the claim that WD-40 somehow extends battery life. This is where the viral videos are completely misleading. Your battery's lifespan is determined by internal factors: plate condition, electrolyte quality, sulfation level, and age. External terminal condition has minimal impact on internal battery health. I've replaced batteries with perfectly clean, corrosion-free terminals that failed at 3 years due to sulfation and heat damage. I've also seen batteries with heavily corroded terminals last 6 years because they were quality batteries in moderate climates with proper charging systems. The terminal condition didn't determine lifespan. Internal chemistry did. Here's what actually extends battery life. Use a quality battery from a reputable manufacturer: Interstate, Optima, Odyssey, DieHard, or similar. Cheap batteries fail faster regardless of terminal maintenance. Keep the battery properly charged. Frequent short trips that don't allow the alternator to fully recharge the battery accelerate sulfation. Occasional longer drives or using a battery maintainer if the vehicle sits for extended periods helps prevent sulfation. Avoid deep discharges. Don't leave lights or accessories on that drain the battery completely. Deep discharges damage plates and shorten lifespan. Park in shade or a garage if possible. Heat is the #1 enemy of battery life. Reducing heat exposure significantly extends lifespan. And test the battery and charging system annually. Catching a failing alternator or voltage regulator before it damages the battery prevents premature failure. None of these lifespan extending measures involve WD-40. They involve choosing quality components, maintaining proper charge levels, avoiding extreme conditions, and addressing charging system problems before they kill the battery. Let me give you a real-world example. I had two customers with identical 2016 Honda Accords. Customer A sprayed WD-40 on the battery terminals religiously every few months. Customer B did nothing to the terminals but kept the battery properly charged with regular driving and parked in a garage. Customer A's battery failed at 4 years. Customer B's battery lasted 6 years. The WD-40 didn't extend life. The garage parking and proper charging did. Here's another example. Customer with a 2015 Toyota Camry in Arizona. He used WD-40 on the terminals and kept them spotlessly clean. The battery failed at 3 years due to heat damage and sulfation. The clean terminals didn't prevent internal degradation from the hot climate. A quality battery designed for hot climates with proper charging would have lasted longer, clean terminals or not. So here's my professional take on the WD-40 battery claim. WD-40 can help prevent terminal corrosion by creating a moisture barrier. That's true. Clean, corrosion-free terminals maintain better electrical connections. Also true. But WD-40 does not extend battery life, does not prevent internal battery failure, and absolutely does not mean you'll never need to buy a new battery. That part is completely false. If you want to use WD-40 for terminal corrosion prevention, it's better than nothing. But use it correctly, spray it on clean, dry terminals after you've removed existing corrosion and properly tightened the connections. Don't spray it on dirty, corroded terminals and expect it to clean them. It won't. Better yet, use a product specifically designed for battery terminals. CRC Battery Terminal Protector, Permatex Battery Protector, or dielectric grease. These products are formulated for the electrical and chemical environment of battery terminals and work better long-term than WD-40. And understand that terminal maintenance is a small part of battery care. The big factors that determine lifespan are battery quality, heat exposure, charging system health, and avoiding deep discharges. Focus on those factors if you want your battery to last as long as possible. Here's the bottom line. The viral claim that WD-40 means you'll never buy a new battery is false. Batteries have a finite chemical lifespan of 4 to 7 years depending on quality and conditions. Terminal corrosion prevention helps maintain electrical connections but doesn't extend internal battery life. WD-40 can prevent corrosion but isn't the best product for the job, and proper battery maintenance involves much more than just spraying terminals with WD-40. Don't fall for clickbait claims promising you'll never need to replace consumable parts. Batteries wear out, it's chemistry and physics. Maintain them properly to get maximum lifespan, but understand that replacement is inevitable. Have you tried the WD-40 battery hack, and did it actually extend your battery life or just keep terminals clean? Drop a comment with your real experience. And if this video debunked another viral car hack with actual facts, hit that like button. Next week, I'm breaking down which car battery brands actually last versus which ones fail prematurely. You need to see that before your next battery purchase. If you're not subscribed, hit that button now, drop a comment, I respond to every one. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.